The pig is the only animal on the farm that doesn't have a job. The cows have to give milk every morning. The chickens have to lay eggs every single day. Even the sheep have to grow wool, and the dog has to guard the gate. But the pig? The pig just eats. The farmer comes out and he pours a big bucket of grain into the trough every single morning. He scratches the pig behind the ears and tells him he's a good boy. The pig looks at all the other animals working their lives away in the sun, and he thinks he's a genius. He thinks he's found a glitch in the system. He thinks, the farmer loves me. I'm the guest of honor. I get everything for free while everyone else has to work for it. But what the pig doesn't realize is that the farmer is not giving him a gift. He's making an investment. The farmer doesn't want the pig's labor. He wants the pig's weight. See, every bucket of grain isn't an act of kindness. It's a measurement. Because on the farm, you either pay with your sweat or you pay with your life. You are the pig. Your credit card is the grain. Your buy now, pay later is the scratch behind the ear. In the bank, they're just waiting for you to get heavy enough to harvest. The farmer is not afraid of your hard work. He is not afraid of your high salary. The only thing the farmer is truly afraid of is the animal that stops eating. The moment you refuse the grain, you stop being a harvest and you start becoming a threat. Most people spend their entire lives waiting for the gate to open, never realizing the only thing keeping them in the stall is the weight of their own appetite. You have mistaken the silence of the slaughterhouse for the peace of a home. You aren't being served by the financial system. You are being prepared. Look at your bank account. Look at your mortgage. Look at your apps. That isn't wealth. That is the measurement of your meat. Every scratch behind the ear from a credit card company is a calculation of how much interest they can extract before you're no longer useful. The payoff isn't financial freedom. The payoff is becoming dangerous. It's the cold, hard clarity of seeing the knife in the farmer's hand and choosing to walk through the gate while you're still lean enough to run. By the end of this, you won't just see the trap. You'll know how to break the scale. Because on this farm, you are the pig, and the harvest is already scheduled. Most people stop there. They think debt is just money. But the farmer knows better. The grain isn't just grain, it's an addiction. Have you ever noticed how the system makes it nearly impossible to pay in cash? They want you to use the card because when you use the card, you don't feel the pain. The farmer wants to decouple the pleasure of the meal from the reality of the price. If you felt the knife every time you swiped, you'd stop eating. So he makes the grain taste like magic. He gives you 3% cash back. He gives you travel points. He gives you a shiny metal card that makes a sound on the table so the other pigs think you're important. But look closer at the grain. It's engineered. It's processed to keep you hungry. Why do you think your limit keeps increasing? You didn't ask for it, yet there it is. The farmer saw you were finishing your bucket too fast. He saw you were staying lean. He needs you heavier. So he gives you more grain than you could ever possibly digest. He wants you to overextend. He wants you to reach the point where you can no longer pay off the balance every month. That is the magic threshold. That is when you stop being a guest and start being a debtor. Think about the math of the trough. If you only eat the minimum payment, you aren't actually eating. You are just staying alive long enough for the interest to compound. Compounding interest is the farmer's favorite tool. It's the only force in the universe that works while he sleeps. While you are sleeping in your comfortable stall, the weight of your debt is growing. You wake up heavier than you were yesterday, but you didn't even eat a full meal. You just paid for the right to exist in the pen. This is how the middle class is built. It's a collection of high-end stalls where the pigs compete to see who has the most expensive grain, oblivious to the fact that the farmer is checking the scales every single night. Now, let's talk about the fence. Why don't you just leave? The gate is technically open. You could stop using the cards tomorrow. You could sell the car you can't afford. You could move into a smaller barn. But you don't. Why? Because of the social herd. The farmer is a master of social engineering. He knows that if he can make the other pigs look happy, you will stay. He uses marketing to convince you that the successful pigs are the ones with the biggest debt loads. He shows you commercials of pigs on tropical beaches, pigs in luxury SUVs, pigs in designer clothes. What he doesn't show you is the heart rate of those pigs. He doesn't show you the cortisol levels. He doesn't show you the late-night panic attacks when they realize they are one missed bucket of grain away from total collapse. He has created a culture where it is normal to be a harvest-ready animal. If you try to lose weight, if you try to pay off your debt, the other pigs will judge you. They'll ask why you're being so cheap. They'll ask why you don't want to go out and eat the expensive grain with them. The herd is the farmer's strongest fence. You aren't just afraid of the farmer, you're afraid of what the other pigs will think of you if you stop being comfortable. This is the golden cage protocol. The farmer knows that a miserable pig might rebel. A starving pig might break the gate. But a comfortable pig? A pig that has a flat-screen TV in its stall and a high-speed internet connection? That pig will never leave. It will defend its cage. It will tell itself that this is the good life. It will ignore the sound of the whetstone being used in the barn next door. It will convince itself that the farmer is its friend because, after all, look at all this free stuff. Convenience is the ultimate sedative. The farmer makes it so easy to get into debt that you don't even realize you've signed your life away until the weight is so heavy you can't even stand up. Let's get brutal about the numbers. Let's talk about what the harvest actually looks like. The average person will spend over $600,000 in interest alone over their lifetime. Think about that number. That isn't just money, that is time. At a $50 an hour wage, that is 12,000 hours of your life. That is 6 years of your waking existence, spent purely to pay for the privilege of eating the farmer's grain. You are giving up 6 years of your life to a man who doesn't even know your name. You are sacrificing your 30s, your 40s, and your 50s so that the bank can report record profits. The bank is the farmer. And you? You are the line item on the balance sheet under future revenue. You aren't a human being with dreams. You are a biological battery designed to be drained of your economic potential. And the worst part? The farmer has taught you to love the knife. He has taught you that a high credit score is a badge of honor. What is a credit score, really? It's a reliability rating for a pig. It tells the farmer how likely you are to stay in the stall and keep eating until the very end. A high score doesn't mean you're rich. It means you're a good borrower. It means you are harvestable. The 1%, the people who actually own the farm, they don't care about credit scores. They care about assets. They care about owning the land, the grain, and the pigs. They want you to focus on the score so you never look at the deed. So how do you stop? How do you break a system that is designed to keep you fed and silent? You have to understand that the exit isn't financial, it's biological. You have to change your relationship with discomfort. The farmer's entire system is built on your fear of being uncomfortable. You're afraid of a low credit score. You're afraid of an old car. You're afraid of a small house. To leave the farm, you have to embrace the hunger. You have to be willing to be lean. You have to look at the grain and realize it's poison. When you stop eating the grain, when you stop using the debt, you will start to lose weight. The farmer will get nervous. He'll send you letters. He'll offer you special promotions. He'll try to scratch you behind the ears with a 0% APR offer. This is the most dangerous moment. This is when the farmer is trying to pull you back into the stall. You have to be the animal that refuses to eat. You have to be the one who looks at the guest of honor treatment and sees the butcher's apron underneath. This means you have to live below your means, not just a little bit, but aggressively. You have to take the money you were giving to the farmer and use it to buy your own gate. You have to build your own fence where the farmer can't reach you. This is called freedom, but it doesn't feel like freedom at first. It feels like sacrifice. It feels like the chickens and the cows working in the sun. But remember, the cows and the chickens are still alive. The pig is the only one who gets a free ride to the end. Imagine a life where you don't owe anyone a single minute of your time. Imagine waking up on Monday morning and knowing that every dollar you earn belongs to you. No interest, no payments, no farmer taking his cut before you even see your paycheck. That is the life of the dog. The dog is the only animal on the farm that the farmer respects. Why? Because the dog is capable of biting. The dog is dangerous. The dog has utility beyond its meat. When you become debt-free, you become dangerous to the system. You can't be threatened with a layoff. You can't be forced to work a job you hate for 40 years. You can't be manipulated. You are no longer on the menu. The woods are better than the stall. The struggle of the wild is better than the comfort of the slaughterhouse. It starts today. It starts by looking at your bank statement not as a list of transactions, but as a list of chains. It starts by realizing that you are the pig, but you don't have to be. You can stop eating. You can stop growing. You can turn around and walk through the gate that has been open this entire time. The farmer is counting on your laziness. He's counting on your desire for comfort. He's counting on your need to fit in with the other pigs. Disappoint him. Stop being the guest of honor. Stop being the harvest. Stop being the meat. It's time to leave the farm. It's time to start running. Because the farmer is coming out with the grain tomorrow morning, and he's bringing the scale with him. You are not for sale.